What's up, fam? We are back again with another video. So I have a video here that I would like to react to. The title of this video is Be a Wife to Be a Wife. And this is coming from our women. Class, my precious women are talking. Without wasting your time, we're gonna have to check this video out. Let's go.
I'm gonna say something that needs to be said to hopefully
Okay.
bring forth some sense, because some of the things that people say just don't make no sense to me.
All right.
So there's women out here that believe that they're not gonna act, think, and move like a wife until they become one. So then they hop in these relationships and they keep their options open, build friends around them, accessible, irresponsible, self-minded, selfishness, do whatever I want, dress provocatively, promiscuously. And then a man is supposed to look at all of that and be like, wow, I want to make you a woman. That's not a scam.
Yeah.
Like, what? Even attempt to hire has an understanding of a probation period of where you have to prove who you are to become. And you know, what's that thing they be saying in church? Talk about it, walk about it, be about it. Yeah, you got to talk like a wife.
Like, sometimes when I see a woman, right, talking, and she's able to see right through the nonsense, and you're a man, right, knowing the risk that you would have to take on, and then you're just stupid, you're really buying all that bullshit for real. Sometimes when they be talking, it really make me laugh. It's funny, actually. Look, if you want to be a whole, just be honest. Just be honest. You can't just sit and just imagine some type of marriage that you can have and still benefit from a life where you would behave like you're single still. It's either you want to be single or you want to be married and be somebody's wife, right? And you have to understand that, either one of those things come with different qualifications and different set of standards and stuff like that. You have to abide to those rules, or you just don't and be left out. But the funny thing is, like, they be preaching, nah, man, I'm never gonna do this for a man because if it doesn't make me a wife, why would I have to do it? First of all, we know if the man dared to say that to you, you'll drop him, right? But let's talk about you for a second. For instance, cooking. A lot of women would just be like, I ain't cooking for him. I ain't cooking. These hands can cook. They be like, these hands? You throw an activation code on these hands, bro? Marriage? Man, these hands can cook, bitch. I did not know that we need an activation code called marriage for your hands to start working. Can you imagine? You're really stupid as a man and believe a woman like that and end up finding out that motherfucker can cook, bitch. You scammed that motherfucker out of his hope and his expectation. It's a crime. You should go to jail. I don't understand, like, it's sometimes, let's be clear, it's not always that they cannot cook. A lot of people can actually cook. They just don't cook for themselves. They like to eat out. They like to always buy stuff outside and eat. So as sometimes it's not that they can't cook, that's why they're talking like that. They know that they're not the type of person that cook for themselves. They just don't do it. So when you bring any type of discussion that involve them cooking for you, they're gonna get pissed because this is not their lifestyle. So vet these women properly, correctly. Know what you are getting ready to get. Don't get inside of it and be like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting this, because oftentimes this is what happens. Let's continue.
You gotta move like a wife.
Yeah.
You gotta be unaccessible. You gotta be responsible. You gotta be selfless. You gotta be respectful. Okay, you got to be serious.
Yeah.
You got to be family-minded, not self-minded. Okay, you got to move like you already is, because the paper is just the finishing touches of I already knew that. It's not, oh well, is that an invitation to act like that? No, this is signing off. I know who I married. Okay, we're not playing guess what when we get to the altar. No, you deserve to know who you with. That's like
The
gas.
thing is, like, usually when they put marriage forth, like they use, and we know that they using it because it kind of makes sense biblically and stuff like that. But you're not even acting like a religious woman. You a whore, like you shouldn't even be talking like that. Okay, like since you're talking about it, let's talk about it. Like if you are using marriage because it's like this good thing you have to say. Oh, if you don't marry me, I can't do this, man. If you marry me, I can't cook for you. History, the data has shown to us time and time again. The moment you sign that paper, you're no longer happy. it's like you be out here preaching to us. You know how you sound like? You sound like you're telling us this, like, yo, you know what? These hands can cook, they can clean. This mouth can do a lot of stuff, but if you just put me in a position where I can get away with 50% of everything, if I can get away with 50% of everything you own, and you end up finding out that I cannot cook, suck dick, and clean, guess what? If you put me in a position like that and see what these hands can do, this is how you sound to us. It's a fraud, man. You're using that marriage just to scam people. The moment you sign that paper, you are no longer happy. Anyways, the complaint is like, how can I cook? I'm not happy. I can't even clean. How can I open up my legs? I ain't happy. I gotta leave. And I signed the paper, so you gotta give me 50%. Like, cut it off, man. Cut it off. It's bullshit.
Like, yeah, I'll be all of this when you make me a wife. No. When you are dating someone, then you're finding options. But when you're in that relationship, now you're working to go from a girlfriend to a wife, from a guest to a resident. Okay? It's not what you bring to the...
Nobody should even be breaking this down. But again, there's so many slow people nowadays. I mean, you gotta break shit down, right? Let's say if you're going to school to become a doctor or whatnot, right? If you did not finish everything, at least you're gonna go through residency, all that. You actually gonna be working as a doctor before you get the clearance, the certification, the diploma, everything you need to be a doctor, and you're gonna pass the test and everything, right? But you are a doctor. You're working as a doctor already. Same thing with relationship. You have to already be a wife for somebody to actually give you the title. You are a wife. Like, it sometimes, trust me, like some of these girlfriends that we see with our friends and stuff like that, we know the wives. We even be talking like, yo, you have to really marry this girl. That's because we see the wife in her. But if we see you as somebody, we ain't worth it. We're just gonna shut up like we don't see what homie's doing. We're just like this. All right, homie. All right, cool. Cool. You enjoy your life, man. You enjoy your life. This should not be explained. Everybody should know that this is like, it's common sense, but common sense is dead nowadays. So you have to come here and break shit down like you're talking to kids. And they know women are very intelligent. They know what they're doing. They're not dumb. I'm telling you, they know exactly what they're doing and what they are saying. They're here just trying to create a scenario where they can live two different lives. You know what I mean? And think that men are just that dumb. But there are men that actually make all men look dumb. So it's crazy.
Table is how you can stay at the table.
Yeah.
Okay? So yeah, you will never be considered a wife. You will never get that ring the more you move promiscuously, provocatively, and be accessible, racking up bodies on you, degrading the value. You just bring your value down. And it's saying, hey, marry that. But you wouldn't want to be with a man that's promiscuous, disrespectful, all about himself, just bringing his value down and be like, I'm gonna be your wife, and then you'll kick into gear on what it is to be a husband for me. No. You're going to look for the man that's already being those things to even look at him in a husband light. Same with the man. The man is going to look at the woman that's already acting and moving as a wife to consider and picture that in his mind. Like, wow, I could see her being my wife. I could see her being the mother of my children. You have to paint that picture because you are that picture. Not kick into gear when you think you was about to get the ring. The only thing that's going to open up is a condom. From the way that you act.
A condom. You lucky if you pop, if you tear a condom. You're lucky. That means he still has some sort of consideration for you. He's just gonna go raw and just make sure that you are adding on into the population of people that will struggle for real. Because you know, if you afford to just leave you loose like that, knowing everything he knows about you, like you still have a chance of bagging somebody. But if you leave you somebody just suddenly disappear, I don't know where I'm going with this. This is hell. Do not take this advice, man. Please don't do this. But I know a lot of people do this. Sometimes they be leaving you guys with babies on purpose, man. It's a calculated move. Like now you have a load. It makes your task a lot harder to get in it makes it a lot harder for you to get in the relationship you think is dumb. Or the fucking fussing, nagging, whatever. Now here you go. You're left with a baby, big ass baby. With no father, no help. Yeah, you're gonna have to go work extra. Now you're gonna have to. Now he made it really hard for you to find a quality man, right? Not that you can't find one, but damn, the work you gotta put in. You're lucky if you use a condom. You better pray. Oh my God, these women. Anyways, this was nonsense. Don't listen to what I just said, man. That's nonsense.
Wife. You got to be wife-minded. It's just if I'm wrong, check the comments.
You ain't wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You know, it is a sad life. It's a sad reality that this generation is battling. Common sense is no longer common. So yeah, what we gonna do? All right. Anyways, let's talk about this video in the comment. This is the end of the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Like the video. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.